Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All, the series in which I talk about Bernard Sanders. I talk about him every day. He is the best presidential candidate that we have probably ever had in our collective lifetimes, and MSNBC is not a fan of him. The mainstream liberal media does not like our guy Bernard. It just does not like him whatsoever. So we have a clip here, and I haven't actually seen the full clip. I saw the abbreviated one up here, but there is a fuller extended clip, and I'm going to watch and comment on it. Yeah, this is a commentary video. I'm commentarying.
No star. There is no star, but this is the other thing. This is what I'm hearing just sort of out and about the country. A lot of people are saying,
Just want to say this is Trumpian. Many people, they're saying this. I'm not saying it. Many other people, they're saying it. A lot of people are telling me. There's so many people telling me. This is Jason Johnson, by the way, the same person that said that Warren had more individual donors than Bernard, when Bernard is almost double Warren's donor base. So, just saying, this guy is a known propagandist, has no issue with just making up bold-faced lies and repeating them on national TV. So just keep that in mind, some context for you.
A lot of people are saying, a lot of very enthusiastic voters are saying, yeah, you all figure it out, and I'll figure it out once you guys have decided. I don't think it's so much that people aren't excited about who's running. They may have their excitement spread across multiple people, and they're waiting for somebody else to make the decision. Because you can't tell me that people aren't excited about Bernie Sanders. That may not be the majority, but you can't say people aren't excited about it.
That's his advantage here. Bernie Sanders has a huge advantage in New Hampshire, which he had, which he did so well in
60%
in 4 years ago, and he's still they're enthusiastic, and they will not be denied, and that's the other problem going forward. There is going to be a huge resentment if some huge pool of money goes elsewhere, if Bloomberg makes a move, if Biden collapses, if there's a Stop Bernie movement. That is going to be to hell will pay with the Bernie people, because
if there's a Stop Bernie movement, we already know that there's a Stop Bernie movement. Mike Bloomberg is one of those people. Howard Schultz was one. God, remember Howard Schultz? Oh, that was so funny. By the way, when I drink some water, it went down my lungs, so I'm literally dying right now. I'm about to die, so I'm going to play more of this.
they are so committed.
Hey, I want to bring up something that Jonathan last put in the bulwark today, and it was about how in Ruth, we've all been on the receiving end of the Bernie online brigade, and here's what he says. He says, no other candidate has anything like this sort of digital brown shirt brigade. I mean, except for Donald Trump. The question no one is asking is this: what if you can't win the presidency without an online mob? What if we now live in a world where having a bullying agro-social media army running around, popping anyone who sticks their head up is either an important ingredient for or a critical marker of success?
Wow. Okay, that's
I know everybody's freaking out about this, but you saw the MAGA rally that's preparing around here. There are people coming from 3 or 4 states on that. That's real, and this is like Bernie.
So, this doesn't need to be said, but of course that's just... It's not only is it hilarious and delusional, and Chuck Todd is clearly in some sort of mental decline, even though he didn't necessarily say that of his own intelligence. He's quoting someone else and bringing the quote in out of no context whatsoever for us, so it's not like he's just like covering a story on something and just reading it out. He's co-signing a quote, he's bringing something up, referring to the first Jewish candidate who has won a presidential primary and who is right now the front runner to becoming the first Jewish president of the United States. He's referring to that guy's supporters as the Brown Shirt Brigade. I mean, this guy whose father's side of the family died in the Holocaust, who has spoken, maybe not that much, but has spoken at relative length of his historical understanding of the Holocaust, and persecution and genocide. And that's why, for example, Bernard was on the side of gay and trans people in the 1980s. In the 70s, he was doing everything he could to help us. And of course, in the 60s, he was a part of the civil rights movement when we did have an apartheid Jim Crow country. So it's unbelievable. Like it really, it's one of those things where it's beyond parody, right? And like and look at the smugness
from 3 or 4 states on that. That's real, and that is this is like Bernie.
Like comparing the people in Charlottesville that were doing the whole Jewish thing, they won't replace us, blah blah blah. Comparing that, that's like Bernie. I'm smart. I'm a political commentator. I'm really smart. Like it's one of those things where again the argument is, oh, they both have a lot of support from people. I guess they're the same. Hitler wrote a book. If you write a book, it's the same thing. Hitler liked dogs. If you have a dog, I mean, you're basically Hitler. I mean, like you have a dog. Hitler had dogs and loved dogs. I mean, I'm not Hitler. I'm not the guy who had a dog. You know what I mean? So it's not me. No, I'm not making it. No. Hitler had a dog. You have a dog. Therefore, you are both basically the same. Hitler liked painting. George W. Bush likes painting. Therefore, oh wait, that one. It's unbelievable though. It really is unbelievable. Like Jesus Christ. Like really, it really, again, Jesus Christ. Like, just, oh fuck. What is wrong with these people? Oh, maybe that's why like Mike Bloomberg is trying to get into the race. He's trying to like usurp the whole like, oh well, if you want a Jewish guy, hit me up. Like maybe that's his whole actual strategy. Oh Jesus, what the fuck? We live in a fucking bizarro world, I swear. God damn. Anyway, if you have any questions for me, I'm doing a new series. I might make the first video tomorrow. I'm not sure. It's called The Grab Bag. If you have any questions, concerns, anything you want to know more information about, that I can respond to in a video and not in a YouTube comment, because YouTube comments are pointless and no one ever reads them except for the person you're replying to, and that's not even a given. So if you have anything you want to know, let me know, and I will let you know what you want to know. Okay, bye.